In the early 20th century, America was gripped by the promise of a new radiant future. In the midst of it all, factories were producing something special, watches that glowed in the dark, powered by a miracle element called radium. Hundreds of young women were hired for the well-paying painting jobs because their small hands were well-suited for the exacting detailed work. They were the ghost girls, the shining stars of the night. Because the radium dust to which they were exposed daily made their clothes, hair, and skin literally glow. Many of the women wore their best dresses on the job so the fabric would shine brilliantly when they went dancing after work. Some even applied the paint to their teeth because it gave them radiant smiles. It wasn't long before the Radium Girls began to experience the physical ravages of their exposure. The first signs were subtle. It started with a toothache, which required the removal of the tooth. Soon the tooth next to it also had to be extracted. Then painful ulcers and bleeding developed where the teeth had been. The mysterious disease spread to the mouth and lower jaw, and soon to the rest of the body, leading to death. Doctors were puzzled as to the cause of their condition. For many years, their employer vociferously denied any connection between the girls' deaths and their work. Even if different independent reports pointed out that the radium had poisoned the watch painters, the public was so sure the radium was safe that it was difficult to convince them. But amid the physical agony and the relentless grip of time, the Radium Girls displayed a resilience that outshone even the radioactive material that had entrapped them. Weakened, beaten, and carrying the weight of each excruciating moment, they refused to let their voices be silenced. Though many knew their days were tragically numbered, their spirit remained unbreakable. Using what little energy they had left, they rallied to protect their friends and co-workers, still entrapped in the glowing snare of ignorance and corporate greed. They waged legal battles despite knowing they may not live to see their conclusion, and spoke out, igniting a flame of awareness that no amount of suffering could extinguish. Even as their physical selves diminished, their souls emanated a strength that lit the way for workplace safety reforms and echoed their call for justice. It was as if each gasping breath they took was a battle cry, a refusal to fade quietly into the dark. And so, they fought, each painful step, each laborious word, a testament to their indomitable will, right up to their very last breath. Their light may have been poisoned, but their legacy is one of unyielding luminosity. It took them almost 20 years, and many didn't live to see to the conclusion of it. But in the end, in the late 40s, radium was declared dangerous. The legacy of the Radium Girls can't be understated. Their case was among the first in which a company was held responsible for the health and safety of its employees. It led to a variety of reforms as well as to the creation of the U.S. Occupational Safety and Health Administration. As we reflect on the story of the Radium Girls, let's not just remember them as victims of an era blinded by scientific ignorance and corporate negligence. Instead, let's celebrate them as beacons of indomitable courage, radiant joy, and unwavering solidarity. These women laughed, danced, and lived with a fervor that was intoxicating, their spirits as luminous as the dials they painted. Their battle was not just for justice, but a call for humanity, echoing through the decades to remind each of us about the power of resilience, the importance of truth, and the incredible impact a united front can have on creating lasting change. It's a legacy of strength, sisterhood, and fundamental decency that challenges us to be vigilant, to be compassionate, and to fight for what's right, even when the odds seem insurmountable. Be proud to be part of a world where such high-character women lived, loved, and fought for a safer, more accountable society. If you're moved by the legacy of these incredible women and want to continue exploring untold stories that shaped our present, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more.